I didn't answer her text. I didn't fight back. I just stared at the glowing words like they were some joke delivered too late to matter. You'd ruined the vibe. I actually laughed a little, because she had no clue how much I had already done to protect her vibe really. To protect her from him. But if she wanted a wedding without me, then fine. She'd end up with a wedding without him, too. He walked into her lives pretending to be a gentleman, smiling too wide, promising things too fast. The kind of man who studies you just so he can use everything he learns against you. I saw it right away. My sister didn't. To her, he was comfort wrapped in shiny charm. To me, he was an empty shell of a man who thought manipulation counted as love. I kept my distance, but she kept trying to pull me closer. You'll love him. Trust me, I tried. I really did. But trust turned into doubt. It started small: his locked phone, late night calls, business trips that didn't match the receipts I found. I don't snoop, but I do investigate. There's a difference between paranoia and proof. And the proof came fast. I found the messages first: some other woman calling him baby, asking if he'd really make her move out once they were married. My sister's name never even came up. She was just a stepping stone in his plan. And once he crossed the river, he'd leave her to drown. I didn't confront him. I didn't tell her. I acted clueless because anger reacts. But revenge plans. He thought I didn't matter, just the annoying sibling, easy to ignore, easier to underestimate. He never bothered to ask what I actually did for work. He just assumed my title meant nothing. But I'm the director of global investments at Sinclair Enterprises, the very company that owned the place he worked for, or thought he worked for. He didn't realize the promotion he bragged about last month, the one he thought he earned, the one that made him bold enough to push me aside, had my signature on it. He walked into that new job blind, not even noticing the clause that put every move he made under compliance review. I tracked every shady transfer, every secret account he used to pull money from my sister, every dollar he funneled to the other woman's apartment. He thought he was clever. He had no idea he was already standing in his own grave, and I was the one handing him the shovel. The ballroom shined with gold light and polished floors. Everyone looked like wealth was stitched into their clothes. I stood center stage greeting investors who respected me. Then he walked in. His eyes landed on me right away, confusion first, then fear, because he finally recognized the name on every banner: Sinclair Enterprises, hosted by Ava Sinclair. The woman he tried to push out of the picture was the woman who owned the entire room. He froze, his face draining into the color of betrayal. My security team began to move toward him, but I lifted my hand. Not yet. Let him walk to me. Let him fall apart with every step. He stormed forward, voice breaking into a scream. You set me up. I gave him a calm, small smile. I just gave you the rope. You tied the noose. People murmured. Phones came out. The truth was unfolding all around us. I leaned in, my voice low and sharp. You stole from my sister. You played with her life. You planned to leave her with nothing. I handed him a silver envelope: termination papers, asset seizure notices, and fully documented evidence of fraud. His hands shook so badly the paper slipped to the floor. And one more thing, I said. Don't worry about the wedding. His breath caught. What? What does that mean? I stepped aside. My sister stood behind me, mascara streaked, her phone in hand. The same messages I found were now sitting in her inbox. She whispered, voice cracked but steady. I asked Ava why she wasn't invited. She showed me everything. He reached for her. She stepped back like he was toxic. You're not the one getting married, she said. Not anymore. He collapsed. Security escorted him out like they were wiping away a stain. Everyone in the room knew he was done. Later, my sister hugged me with a kind of gratitude that almost hurt. I'm sorry, she whispered. I shook my head. Don't be sorry. Be smarter than the people who underestimate you, she nodded. She finally understood. And as I looked toward the door he'd been dragged through, I felt nothing but clarity. Revenge isn't loud. It isn't messy. It's exact. My sister said I'd ruin the vibe. I didn't ruin anything. I just replaced the groom.